UFC Vegas 101 proved to be a low-key card with massive knockouts and submission finishes. If you missed it, don't worry. Let's recap the whole card from start to finish along with some fun facts, fighters' reactions, and their pay. Bonuses and incentive pays are officially reported by Jedi Goodman, while their purses are reported by SportySalaries.com as a projection of these fighters' previously revealed earnings. I'm the Indian accent guy and you are on Fightbook. Nurullo Aliyev had to survive a few tough spots along the way, but took home his second UFC win over Joe Solecki by unanimous decision in the first fight of 2025. He remains undefeated at 10-0 and earns a total of $28,000 for this win. $12,000 to show, $12,000 to win, $4,000 incentive pay. Too little too late for Joe Solecki, who finished the fight strong but ended up losing. He made $46,000, $40,000 to show and $6,000 incentive pay. Former CFFC double champ Fatima Klein returned to the octagon after her unsuccessful short-notice debut in July 2024 and absolutely overwhelmed Victoria Dudakova, scoring the first finish of 2025 with some big elbows on the ground at the end of round 2. She made a total of $40,000, $18,000 to show, $18,000 to win, $4,000 incentive pay. Dudakova slapped her coach and pushed him away after the second straight loss. She earns a total of $32.5 thousand, $28,000 to show, $4.5 thousand incentive pay. Get her a fucking power slap contract. Bruno Lopez takes Magomed Something's O via boring unanimous decision to be the first underdog win of 2025. Overall, 3 straight victories for Lopez, who made a total of $28,000 in his octagon debut. $12,000 to show, $12,000 to win, $4,000 incentive pay. First fraud check of 2025, Magomed Something is now 1-1 in the promotion and earns $16,000 only, $12,000 to show and $4,000 incentive pay. Ernesta Carrascaita gets her first octagon win after an unsuccessful debut back in May 2024 and spoils Nicole Cagliaveria's debut via split decision. She earns a total of $28,000, $12,000 to show, $12,000 to win, $4,000 incentive pay. Cagliari, on the other hand, made only $16,000, $12,000 to show and $4,000 incentive pay. A big-time undefeated welterweight prospect, Jacoby Smith, in a short-notice debut, delivered. He scored the first knockout of the year, putting a left hook on the jaw of Preston Parsons that sent him crashing backwards to the canvas, ending the fight in a flash. 7th first-round finish in 10 pro wins. He made $28,000, $12,000 to show, $12,000 to win, $4,000 incentive pay. At backstage of UFC Vegas 101, Smith expands on his knock-knock comment for Bilal Muhammad and says, "Kudos to him for becoming a champion. He's a real-ass dude."
Thank you, Dana White, for the opportunity, but this is my house. Bilal, knock, knock.
Parsons, by the way, lost second straight fight and made $50,000, $44,000 to show, $6,000 incentive pay. Thiago Moises gets back in the win column by defeating Trey Ogden via unanimous decision. 29-year-old improves his UFC record to 8-6 and earns a total of $261,000, $150,000 to show, $100,000 to win, $11,000 incentive pay. Ogden, whose 2-fight win streak is broken, has revealed via Instagram that he had torn his bicep during the second round, which was the major cause of his loss. He made a total of $54,000, $48,000 to show, $6,000 incentive pay. Vicious work from Marco Tulio in his octagon debut as he finished Ior Poirier in the first. He extends his win streak to 9, including 2 wins in Dana White's Contender Series show. He made a total of $39,200, $12,000 to show, $12,000 to win, $4,000 incentive pay, and $11.2 thousand from Poirier for missing weight. Tulio said backstage that he is happy Poirier missed weight and he gets his money too. By the way, that out to be a wrap on Poirier's UFC career. With the 3rd straight loss, his UFC record is now down to 2 wins and 6 losses. He made $50,800 in this fight, $56,000 to show, $6,000 to win, and 25% of his purse to Tulio for missing weight. After losing his UFC debut a year ago, Felipe Bunes starts this year strong, registering the first submission win of 2025. He wrapped up UFC Vegas 101 prelims with a huge armbar win over Jose Johnson in round 1 and then called out number 10 ranked Tim Elliott. He made a total of 32.4 thousand, 12,000 to show, 12 to win, 4,000 incentive pay and 4.4 thousand from Johnson for missing weight. Jose Johnson is now down to 1-3 in the UFC with the second straight loss. He made 17.6 thousand, 18,000 to show, 4,000 incentive pay and 20% fine for missing weight. I love to see both fighters who missed weight got finished, but at the same time it's sad as both lost 20 to 30% of their purses. Double homicide. Punahele Soriano starts the main card with a nasty overhand right that knocked out Uros Medic in just 31 seconds into round 1. Welterweight Soriano is a problem as that's now consecutive victories since shifting down to the 170-pound weight class. He made a total of 156,000, 75,000 to show, 75 to win and 6,000 incentive pay. Medic is now down to 4-3 in the UFC and he made a total of 44,000, 38,000 to show, 6,000 incentive pay. The prospect killer strikes again as Christian Rodriguez gets back into the win column by beating Austin Bashi via unanimous decision. C-Rod now has taken Raul Rosas Jr.'s O, Isaac Delgarian's O, Cameron Simon's O, and now Austin Bashi's O as well. Rodriguez made a total of 156,000, 75,000 to show, 75 to win, 6,000 incentive pay. Bashi on the other hand made only 28,000 in his unsuccessful debut, 12,000 to show, 12 to win, 4,000 incentive pay. With Bashi's loss, 5 debuting fighters on the card ended with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Despite a big gash over his eyebrow, Roman Kopylov gets the win with the walk-off TKO over Chris Curtis with only 1 second left in the fight. 2 straight now and the winner of 6 out of his 7. He made a total of 226,000, 85,000 to show, 85 to win, 50,000 fight of the night bonus and 6,000 incentive pay. Curtis was upset and angry with the stoppage right after the call was made. Most of the other UFC fighters as well as fans also call it a wrong stoppage. Definitely a bad stoppage, but after being dropped, he would have lost a unanimous decision anyway. It was second straight loss and he made a total of 200,000, 144,000 to show, 50,000 fight of the night bonus and 6,000 incentive pay. After the fight, he took on Instagram and revealed that he might move down to the welterweight division in his next fight. Cesar Almeida decimated Abdulrazak Alhassan with an absurd knockout in round 1. He puts Alhassan to sleep with the counter left hook to claim the knockout of the year candidate on the first UFC card of 2025. Almeida said backstage that he now wants a top 15 for his next outing at the Octagon. With the second straight win, Almeida made a total of 106,500, 26,000 to show, 26 to win, 50,000 performance of the night bonus and 4.5 thousand incentive pay.
Caesar, the king, Apex.
Abdulrazak Alhassan is winless in his last 3 fights and won only 2 out of his last 9. He made a total of 111,000, 100,000 to show, 11,000 incentive pay. In the co-main event of the night, Santiago Ponzinibbio won with an epic comeback in round 3, winning via knockout. That was also not a good stoppage as Harris was squared up and fighting back. Dana White is about to talk about AI referees as well after this event. Anyway, Ponzinibbio breaks his 2-fight skid and suggests a Miami matchup with Vicente Luque at UFC 314 at his post-fight conference backstage. He earns a total of 366,000, 250,000 to show, 100,000 to win, 16,000 incentive pay. Harris, on the other hand, is now on a 2-fight skid and he made a total of 56,000, 50,000 to show, and 6,000 incentive pay. Mackenzie Dern submits Amanda Ribas via armbar in the third round of the main event at UFC Vegas 101, with putting her name in the second position of the record for most finishes in the division history. She also becomes the 12th woman to have overall 10 or more wins in the UFC. It's now 2 straight wins for Dern and she is in a position to get at least a title eliminator fight. She also says at post-fight conference backstage that she will remain patient in her pursuit of a title shot so that she becomes better and doesn't lose when she fights for the belt. She, by the way, made a bag of $411,000, 250,000 to show, 100,000 to win, 50,000 performance of the night bonus, and 11,000 incentive pay. Ribas' 3-fight win streak in the strawweight division is broken, and she is now on a 2-fight losing streak across strawweight and flyweight divisions. She made a total of 191,000, 180,000 to show, 11,000 incentive pay. Fighters had been using the new UFC gloves at UFC Vegas 101. They will be continuing to use them on fight nights until the promotion has enough old gloves. Old gloves they already have will be used for pay-per-views. As UFC Tampa and last night's UFC Vegas 101 card had a bunch of chaos with new gloves and fans didn't even realize, it goes to show they were never the problem with knockouts, matchmaking was. What do you think about that? Share your thoughts in the comment section because that's a wrap. I'll see you tomorrow with another interesting video, so till then, do whatever you want.